this year. We are going to organize this ANS or Asian Year Infrared Symposium in December 8 to 10, and that will be held in Kolkata. And mm, this is the first time that such a big conference on NIR spectroscopy will be held in India. And we welcome the participants from all over the world to here. So in order to sensitize this, we are organizing this webinar series. This webinar series is once in a month. We are organizing these webinars. So this is the fourth one. So in this webinar, we have two speakers, one from the academics and one from the industry. The first speaker is Dr. Pitiporn Ritthiruangdej. She is an associate professor in the Kasetsart University, Thailand. Just let me give a very brief introduction about Professor Pitiporn. She did her PhD on agro-industrial product development in 2006 and in this University of Kasetsart in Thailand. And she had experiences as during his PhD program in Japan in Kwansei Gaikuin University in 2005 and after that 2015 and 2010. She is now the full-time associate professor and deputy head of the Department of Product Development, Faculty of Agro-Industry, Kasetsart University. And she has got wide experience on NIR techniques, and she has applied many this NIR for food products and agricultural products. And there are many accolades to her. So, and she's also a very active member of our Asian Year Infrared Consortium in 2020. And this ANS was held in Thailand. So we requested her to be present here to present her experiences and her knowledge here in this webinar. So with that short introduction, may I request Professor Pitiporn to please share your screen and start her presentation. It is, yeah, so Professor Pitiporn, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Can you see my screen, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by thank you, Professor Rajiv, for the kind introduction. I'm delighted to be here today as part of the ANS 2024 pre-conference series. Okay, for those who haven't met me, I'm Dr. Pitiporn Ritthiruangdej, an associate professor in the Department of Product Development at Kasetsart University in Thailand. My research focuses on developing innovation products for the agriculture industry, making sure everything from the raw materials to the final products meet the highest standards. So today I'm excited to share my research on a topic called From Farm to Fork, unveiling the potential of NIR Spectroscopy in Thailand's agribusiness. Okay, let's start by exploring the connection between agriculture and the agricultural industry. Think of agriculture as the foundation, growing and harvesting raw materials like crops and livestock. The agricultural industry then takes these raw materials and transform them into valuable products we use every day. Imagine fruits and vegetables becoming tasty food, cotton turning into comfortable clothes, or even plants transform into life-saving medicines. That's the power of the agricultural industry. In more technical terms, it is the process of adding value to agricultural products, making them more useful, desirable, and ultimately more profitable. This creates jobs, income, and contributes to the overall economic health of a country. Let's talk about why farming is essential to Thailand. It's more than just growing crops. It's like the beating heart of our country. Do you know that over 30% of Thais are proud farmers, growing delicious food like rice, fruits, and even seafood? Rice is not just only our national dish, it's also a global superstar. Thailand is the world's biggest rice exporter, sending fluffy, fragrant rice all over the world. But we don't stop there. We also have a magic kitchen called the food processing industry, transforming our farm products into even tastier treats like canned pineapple and frozen fish cakes. This lets us export even more delicious food, making Thailand a true global chef. Farming is not just about satisfying our taste buds, but it's about keeping everyone safe. We take food safety very serious in Thailand, making sure everything you eat from here is healthy and delicious. This way, people all over the world can trust and enjoy the fruits of our labors. But did you know farmers are also superheroes for our planet? They are learning new ways to farm the potato, to farm that protect our soil, water, and forest, making sure we have healthy land for future generation. That's why supporting sustainable farming practice is so important. So next time you see something yummy from Thailand, remember the amazing farmers behind it. They are not just growing food, they are boosting our economy, creating jobs, and protecting our environment. And speaking of boosting, later on we will explore how innovative tool like NIR Spectroscopy can help these incredible farmers and food processors do even more fight for Thailand and the world. Exactly, imagine agriculture and the agro-processing industry like two hands clapping. You cannot make a sound with one hand alone, right? So that same goes for this industry. They depend on each other like gears in a machine. Think about it. If farmers have a smaller harvest, there are less raw material for the processing factories. It's like having fewer ingredients for your favorite dish. This means factories cannot make so much yummy food, leading to lower production and lower profits. So, healthy farm equal a thriving processing industry. Everyone wins. That's absolutely right. But imagine if those two hands clapping, the agriculture and processing industry are trying to reach a huge audience, but there is no one listening. That's where marketing come in, like a microphone for their delicious product. A strong marketing system is crucial for the processing industry. It helps them connect with consumer and business who need their products, whether it's delicious pineapple jam, refreshing juice, or even beauty products. Without reaching the right audience, it's like having amazing food hidden in a closed kitchen. No one gets to enjoy it. And speaking of amazing food, look at our pineapple example. Here's where things get truly exciting. We can use every part of the pineapple, not just the juicy flesh. The peels can be turned into dietary fiber, boosting the nutritional value of other products. It's like finding hidden treasure like under your nose. By using clever innovation like this, we can maximize the potential of our agricultural resources, creating more value and reducing waste. Now that's what I call smart farming. Now imagine those clapping hands, the agriculture and processing industry getting upgraded to superpower That's where smart farmers come in. Think of them as farming ninjas who use technology and innovation like secret weapons. They can grow more, better crops with less water and resources, turning every part of their harvest into valuable products, and even marketing their goods directly to consumers through online platforms. By becoming smart farmers, they are not just boosting their own success, they are securing the future of both agriculture and the processing industry. It's like building a sustainable superpower for our food system. But wait, there is another secret ingredient for a truly sustainable future: organic farming practice. Think of it like adding super healthy spice to our agricultural dish. Organic farming means growing crops without harmful chemicals, protecting our soil and water from pollution. This not only benefits the environment, but also makes our food even tastier and healthier. Imagine fruits bursting with natural flavor and vegetable packed with vitamin and minerals. That's the magic of organic. In addition, by reducing the use of chemicals, we are protecting ourselves and future generations from potential health risks. It's like giving our bodies and the planet a big hug. So, by supporting smart farmers with embrace both technology and organic practice, we are creating a win-win situation for everyone: delicious, healthy food, and thriving agricultural industry, and a healthy planet for all. Now, there's a recipe for success. Speaking of superpowers, don't forget the innovation rocket fuel, powering both smart farmer and sustainable agriculture. We are talking about amazing new technology that help farmers grow smarter, not harder. Imagine tools that boost efficiency, like robot weeding field instead of manual labor, or drone monitoring crop health from above. It's like farming with a high-tech assistant. But it's not just about speed. This innovation also help improve the quality of food, bringing us tastier, fresher produce. And get this, they can even unlock brand new food products, things plant-based burger that similar just like meat, healthy snack packed with nutrients, or even chewy delight designed for older folks. Is the future of food right here and now. By embracing this innovation, we are not just helping farmers and the environment, we are creating a delicious and diverse food system for everyone. Now that's what I call progress. Food system is a study and control of various activities that occur in the food supply chain. It starts from the production of agricultural products and fisheries, including livestock, and the processing system for food processing and distribution to consumers. This includes harvesting, storage, processing, packaging, transportation, distribution, consumption, and waste disposal. This makes agriculture, the agricultural industry, and the food industry always interconnected. The food system is a complex system that involves a wide range of stakeholders, including farmers, food processors, retailers, consumers, and government agencies. The food system is also influenced by a variety of factors, including climate change, population growth, and technological innovation. The goal of the food system is to provide safe, nutritious, and affordable food to all people. However, the food system faces a number of challenges, including food insecurity, food waste, and environment degradation. These challenges will require innovation solutions to ensure that the food system can meet the needs of the world's population. Within the food system, food quality control encompasses various elements to guarantee safety, quality, and sustainability. Each component contributes to a robust food quality control system. From farm to fork, comprehensive measures ensure the safety, quality, and integrity of food throughout the journey. Quality inspection of agricultural products and food products is one of the steps in ensuring the safety and preventing potential harm to consumers' health. This includes hazards from the product, packaging, food itself, and the physical, chemical, and biological environment. It also includes food safety management, such as whether there is a system in place, its quality, and whether it has been certified for safety. To reduce the risk that may arise from consumption, food testing is necessary. This is to control quality and ensure that consumers can be confident that the food and product are truly safe. Analyzing the quality of agricultural raw materials and food products involve both objective and subjective measurements. The objective data provides a scientific basis for understanding the product's property. And for subjective data, it reveals how consumers perceive and experience those properties. It is well known that both of these measurement methods are expensive, require chemical, require specific expertise, and take a long time to analyze. Therefore, industrial plants need a new method that is accurate, fast, and can be used for routine work. That's where NIR Spectroscopy comes in, acting as a game changer for food safety. Imagine a magic scanner that analyzes foods instantly, safely, and affordably. It shines a special light and lists hidden information about the food, like its sugar content, lipidness, and even potential contaminants. NIR spectroscopy is a rapid and non-destructive technique used to assess quality, offering several advantages over traditional chemical analysis, including speed, non-destructiveness, and the ability to analyze multiple quality parameters simultaneously. A number of studies have been reported on the usefulness of the NIR technique to characterize various foods and agricultural products in chemical, physical, and sensorial terms, as well as introducing proposals for classification. NIR spectroscopy as a lipid and accurate technique that can be used to analyze a wide variety of food products. Some of most common applications of NIR spectroscopy in the food industry include quality control, process control, and product development. Let's talk about quality control. NIR spectroscopy can be used to verify the quality of raw materials and finished products such as protein, fat, moisture, and other components. This helps ensure consistent quality and compliance with specifications. And how about process control? NIR spectroscopy can be used to monitor and control the production process. For example, continuously monitor moisture content during drying process, optimizing energy use and product quality, track fat content in meat processing, ensuring consistent texture and flavor, and optimize sugar levels in beverage and confectionery products during production. And for product development, NIRs can be used to develop new food products and to improve the quality of existing products. For example, develop new recipe and optimize ingredient blends for specific nutritional or organoleptic properties. Determine optimal harvest time for fruits and vegetables based on sugar and moisture content. Evaluate new product prototypes for consistent quality and adherence to desired specifications. So now I would like to provide some example of the use of NIR in research related to quality control, process control, and product development. Starting with this research, NIR is used to analyze the amount of water and sugar in honey. Water and sugar are important components that affect the quality and shelf life of honey. It is well known that sample temperature affect any aspect, especially for liquid samples. Let's see the figure on the left-hand side. The NIR spectra of the honey sample are dominated by water and sugar absorption bands. In addition, it can be seen from the figure on the right-hand side that a peak near 1,440 nanometer in the second derivative spectra increase with a small lower wavelength shift with temperature. This may be explained by the increase in the water species with weaker hydrogen bond with temperature. In this study, partial square ligation of PLSR with standard normal variate SNV pretreatment was used to develop calibration model for predicting water and sugar content in honey at different temperatures, 25, 35, and 45 degrees Celsius. And we also developed a temperature compensation model to account for temperature variations. The results show that all the developed models had high prediction accuracy with R value greater than 0.95. This indicates that NIR spectroscopy can be used to accurately determine the water and sugar content in honey, even when the sample temperature varies. Okay, next, I would like to provide an example of the use of NIR in research that are related to process control. Let's talk about green curry. Green curry, a beloved Thai dish, traditionally combine green chili, ginger, lemongrass, fish sauce, coconut milk, vegetables, and protein. The unique aroma and flavor of green curry come from volatile compounds released during stir frying. So, proper moisture content ensures optimal temperature, driven release of these components, and these compounds influencing the final flavor profile. To cater to busy consumer, the food industry offers instant green curry soups. However, preserving the authentic flavor of the curry paste in this instant version requires precise moisture control during stir frying with oil. This is where NIR come in. NIR is a rapid and non-destructive technique that analyzes moisture content without entering the paste. So this empowers manufacturers to monitor moisture level in real time, ensuring consistent flavor preservation. Using NIR can lead to faster production times, reduce waste, and ultimately a more enjoyable instant green curry experience for consumers. In this study, the stir frying of green curry paste with oil at 90 degrees Celsius was imitated for 3 hours and 30 minutes. And the stir fry curry paste was sampled every 15 minutes. The moisture content of curry paste was measured according to the standard AOC method. The relationship between moisture content of curry paste and stir frying time is shown in figure 1. It can be clearly seen that the moisture content decreased with increasing stir frying time due to the curry paste gradually heat up from room temperature to boiling temperature. Approximately 160 grams of curry paste was packed in a small sample dish and scanned by NIR spectrometer. As shown in figure 2, the NIR spectra region shows the signal peak at wavelength of 1,210 and 1,450 nanometer, which can be associated with oil and water respectively. It is clear that the observed intensity vary in the 1000 to 1450 nanometer range, which depend on the amount of water. This factor being affected by the stir frying time. PLS irrigation with full cross validation method was applied to develop the NIR calibration model. With the aid of SNV spectral pretreatment method, the PLS model yield a good prediction of moisture content with values of 0.99. In addition, no statistical significant difference between the actual value and NIR predicted was found. This slide shows an example of the use of NIR research in research related to product development. Sausage is a popular processed meat product that contains meat such as chicken, pork, or beef, and animal fat. Sodium nitrite or sodium nitrate is also used to control microbial growth and maintain an acceptable product color. However, excessive fat consumption can increase the risk of NCD disease, and excessive intake of sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate can lead to cancer accumulations. So therefore, a rapid tool for analyzing the amount of protein, fat, and residual nitrite will help consumers feel more confident in the product. In addition, product researchers and developers can know how much sodium nitrite and nitrate to use so that the residual nitrite level is within the legal safety limit. In this study, emulsified chicken sausage with varying pork back fat and sodium nitrite levels served as representative samples. The resulting NIR spectra analyzed with robust pretreatment and robust PLS calibration model yield exceptional predictive accuracy for moisture, fat, protein, and residual nitrite components. Figure 3 visually demonstrates the strong correlation between measured and predicted value for all 4 components, further confirming the model predictive accuracy. This finding suggests that NIR spectroscopy with its non-destructive, rapid, and cost-effective nature has the potential to revolutionize quality control and monitoring in the food industry, particularly for emulsion-type sources. And now I would like to give an example of the application of NIR in 2 important food industries in Thailand, the sugar industry and the coconut milk industry. This research was funded by the government and was a collaboration between researchers and private companies. That the results of this research have been used by the company for routine work in their factories. Let's start with the sugar industry. First, let me tell you a little bit about the sugar industry in Thailand. Thailand is the second largest exporter of sugar in the world after Brazil. There are more than 50 sugar mills in Thailand, which generate more than 300 billion baht in revenue for the country each year. In addition to being a raw material for sugar production, sugarcane is also a raw material for ethanol production and electricity generation. Here are some additional details about the sugar industry in Thailand. The sugar industry is a major contributor to Thai economy. The industry employs more than 1 million people. Sugarcane is grown in all regions of Thailand. The majority of sugar produced in Thailand is exported. The Thai sugar industry is facing some challenges, such as competition from other sugar producing countries, fluctuating global sugar price, the need to improve sustainability. So the Thai sugar industry is working to address these challenges and remain competitive in the global markets. Sugarcane harvesting is an important factor that affects sugar production efficiency. The main problem with sugarcane harvesting is the dense amount of leaves that obstruct farmers' cutting of the sugarcane, making it time-consuming to harvest. So some farmers therefore illegally burn sugarcane to remove these leaves and make it easier to harvest. Although burning can destroy some pathogens, but the consequences are more than that, such as loss of sugar in sugarcane, changing the resulting sugar crystals. In addition, burnt sugarcane will cause the tissue to break down and sugar to spread out. So when cut and left them on the ground, it will be contaminated with soil and dirt, affecting the work of the crusher in extracting cane juice and the quality of the resulting sugar. Burning sugarcane is also the main cause of the air pollution problem, especially PM2.5. The government is trying to campaign and use laws to control sugarcane burning. At the same time, sugar mills are deducting the price of burnt sugarcane by 20 to 30 baht per ton. Even though there is sugarcane harvesting by machine, which help to reduce the harvesting time, but the cost is quite high and the area is not suitable for the machine to enter. The sugarcane payment system generally depends on both the weight and the quality of the sugarcane delivered. Variation in cane varieties, harvesting and transportation methods, and even transit time can all influence the sugarcane quality. Generally, after the sugarcane is cut, it has to wait to be weighed and analyzed for quality. This can take a long time, let's say 1 to 3 days, which can lead to the loss of weight and the loss of quality of sugarcane. This is not good for either the farmers or the sugar mills. There are a number of ways to improve the sugarcane payment system in Thailand. For example, develop a more efficient system for processing sugarcane. This would help to reduce the loss of weight and quality, pay farmers more quickly. This would help to improve their cash flow and make it easier for them to invest in their farms. Guarantee farmers a fair price for their sugarcane. This would help to ensure that they are able to make a living from their farms. So the Thai government and the sugar industry are working to improve the sugarcane payment system. Currently, the sugar industry determines the quality of sugarcane based on weight chemistry. This method involves destructive measurement requiring much time, labor, and expense, and furthermore requires special technician. So the faster and reliable methods are necessary that can handle the large number of samples required by the sugar industry. This research was funded by the government and Pitiporn sugarcane factory, a major sugar producer in Thailand, which cooperated in the research study. The research was conducted by a team of researchers from Kasetsart University and from Pitiporn sugarcane factory over a period of 3 years. To improve the efficiency of the Thai sugarcane industry and to support the sugarcane payment system for the farmers, rapid method for sugarcane quality analysis have been decided. Therefore, the aim of this research was to investigate the potential of NIR as a rapid method for determination of shredded sugarcane qualities. In the initial phase of the research, simulated sample with burn and without burning was used. These are samples that were created in the laboratory to mimic the characteristic of real sugarcane samples. The simulated sample were used to study the effect of different factors on the NIR spectra of sugarcane, and it was used to develop a preliminary set of NIR equation. And when the experimental results in the first years were positive, then we collected the real sample from the factory. all shaded cane were collected from two sugar industry using two different large sugarcane harvesting method, manual and mechanical harvesting method in Chayapum province, Thailand. For NIR measurement, its subsample approximately 30 grams of shaded cane were packed into a large sample dish. NIR spectra in refractant mode were then collect over a wavelength region of 950 to 1650 nanometer at the room temperature. As you know, sampling and sample preparation are key factors in successful analysis by any method. Sample density has an impact on NIR analysis because it's influence on the way that the energy is reflected from the spectra. In this research, we study the method of sample packaging and train the user to have standard working procedure, such as random sampling, sample mixing, random sampling for analysis, and sample packaging for uniformity before measuring the NIR absorbance. This figure shows average raw NIR spectra of shaded cane sample with and without burning. Because of the high water content in sugarcane, the NIR spectra were clearly dominated by the water spectrum with overtone bands of the OH born at 960 and 1450 nanometer. The absorption band at 1200 nanometer corresponds to the second CH overtone region and is associated with the presence of sugar. Many researchers report that fruit sugars such as sucrose, glucose, and fructose normally have absorption band near the strong water absorption regions, hindering their visualization. It is like that most of the absorption band of sugar are overlapping with the blood water bands. In the burning results, the spectral region near 1450 nanometers show pronounced variability due to change in the moisture content of samples. The shaded cane sample without burning had higher absorbance intensity than the sample with burning. It should be noted that difference in the spectral profile should be mainly due to water loss as a consequence of the sugarcane trash burning. Moisture content, fiber content, bleak, polarity, purity, and sucrose content of the sample were determined using the standard method. NIR calibration model was established individually using PLSR with the aid of spectral pre-processing method in order to achieve the best predictive performance. And the best results were obtained using the SNV Pitiporn method. For simulated sample, the optimal PLS model result in RPD values higher than 3.0. Based on this figure, I'm quite certain that the PLS calibration model yield a good prediction. No statistically significant difference were found between the actual value and NIR predicted value for the PLS model. For real sample from the factory, the PLS results showed that the developed model based on the shaded cane spectra for moisture, fiber, sucrose, polarity, purity, and CCS yield the best prediction with the value for the R value ranging from 0.9 to 0.8 to 0.9. Currently, the factory has developed its own equation for use, including in the ethanol industry, and is in the process of developing an online NIR system. Okay, let's move to talk about an example of the application of NIR in coconut milk. Thailand is a global leader in the coconut milk industry, boasting a strong reputation for high-quality products and diverse offering. Coconut milk is an important ingredient in many Thai dishes, both savory and sweet, such as green curry and mango sticky rice. Thailand produces a wide variety of coconut products, including creamy coconut milk, coconut rice milk, coconut water, coconut concentrates, and powders. These products cater to both domestic and international demand. used in culinary applications, beverages, cosmetics, and personal care products. Thai coconut milk factories have several strengths, such as Thailand's climate being suitable for coconut cultivation, which means that there is no shortage of raw materials. Coconut quality significantly affects both the quantity and quality of the extracted milk. High quality, mature coconut with proper handling and processing practice maximize both the quantity and quality of the extracted coconut milk. Selecting the right variety, harvesting at the optimal state, and implementing hygienic practices are essential for producing high-quality coconut milk. Coconut milk quality and quantity are also influenced by a complex interplay of pre-extraction factor, the chosen extraction method, and post-extraction handling. Selecting the optimal approach depends on desired yield, quality parameters, and intended use of the final product. In this research, we received funding from the government and a task from a coconut milk factory that need a tool that could quickly analyze the chemical composition of grated coconut used as raw material and grated coconut from each cycle of the place to be used to calculate the efficiency of coconut milk extraction quickly. In this study, a total of 175 gated coconut samples donated by a UHT coconut milk factory in Thailand. These samples were collected randomly at 4 different coconut milk extraction cycles with 35 samples collected per cycle. This figure shows the result of coconut milk extraction in each cycle. As the number of extraction cycles increase, the amount of fat and protein decrease. Why the amount of moisture increase? This is because hot water is added to the system during the coconut milk extraction process to increase the extraction rate. For NIR measurement, its grated coconut sample weighing 160 grams was placed in a large sample dish with a compression plate. NIR Spectra were acquired in refractant mode. This figure shows the average NIR Spectra of grated coconut samples subjected to raw or deflated processing at different states of coconut milk extraction. This spectra exhibit 3 distinct absorption peaks at 980, 1210, and 1450 nanometer, corresponding to the second order overtone vibration of the OS stretching bond and the first order overtone of OS and NS stretching bond. Using a PRS model, the study successfully demonstrated the ability of NIR spectroscopy to accurately predict the levels of moisture, fat, protein in grated coconut. The PRS model exhibited strong correlation coefficient in calibration exceeding 0.97, indicating its exceptional predictive capacity. This finding underscores the remarkable potential of NIR spectroscopy in evaluating grated coconut quality throughout the UHT coconut milk production process. By harnessing the power of NIR technology, it's become possible to consistently produce high-quality coconut milk, optimize processing conditions, ensure batch uniformity, and reduce costs by eliminating destructive testing. So, well, in conclusion, let me sum up my main points. The successful applications of NIR in the sugar and coconut milk industry demonstrate the tangible benefits this technology offers. By investing in research and development, training farmers and food processors, and building the necessary infrastructure, Thailand can fully unlock the potential of NIR spectroscopy and secure its position as a global leader in sustainable, innovative, and high-quality food productions. So that's bring me to the end of my presentation. And thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah. So excellent, Professor Pitiporn. You have nicely presented your work, research work, and as well as the application of this NIR spectroscopy in Thailand. I think there will be numerous questions because there are many scientists and students who are particularly working in this area, and the applications that you have shown here, and that's really very much needed in our country also. So I request anybody to, we have just 5 minutes of time. So any questions from the audience?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Dr. Ritthiruangdej. Yeah. My question is, when you have case of overfitting, that is, when you have train RMSE, which is your RMSE of training time, that is sometimes comes as very high. And then when you're using the model for prediction, that time RMSE or R square, either of them, it comes very low. So how do you deal with this situation when you're splitting your samples for training and testing? How do you ensure that overfitting does not happen?
Oh, I apologize for the interruption, but I could not hear you clearly. Could you mind repeating your questions again?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her
Okay.
question was
So
how to avoid overfitting. I mean,
yes, that's it.
and how to
Yeah.
select the samples or divide the samples in calibration and testing set so that there is no
Yeah.
overfitting. How do you ensure that?
Yeah.
What is the method?
So in the case of I would like to talk about in the case of sugarcane. First of all, I don't know the how to select the sample to calibrate to develop the calibration model. So that's why in the first year I have to study first what is the effect parameter that affect to the quality of samples. And then I after that I can plan to select the appropriate sample to develop the model. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your questions.
And any tips for improving the signal to noise ratio, SNR?
Mm-hmm.
Signal to noise ratio for the product development, how it can be dealt with? What factors to be considered that signal to noise ratio is the highest?
As you know that because sometimes for scan for measure the absorbance of samples, different sample is mean different composition and physical property of the sample that maybe affect the NIR absorbance, and you can see many noise from them. So in this case, I try to use many spectral treatment method to remove that noise. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So what are the methods to remove the noise?
Normally I try to use like actually basic spectral treatment methods. For example, second derivative method or normalization or smoothing or MSC. Yeah.
So any of the pre-processing method is only the means only the way out to pre-processing is a solution for SNR. So to get a good signal ratio, pre-processing is the solution. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay then. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, obviously, I may add just one point that we take a number of averages. I mean, the same sample a number of times by which we can improve the signal to noise ratio, because once your hardware is fixed, you really cannot do anything. You cannot change the hardware. That is, I mean, it's inherent property of the hardware. So what you can do, you can use some pre-processing technique or averaging, and just just to reduce that.
Okay, okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
any other question
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
from anyone else? Professor Dr. Pitiporn, I have just want to know, see, you have done a wonderful research in your university, and you are closely connected with the agro-industry of Thailand. So how many of the, how many, which industries, or what is the percentage of application, what you have developed in your laboratory into the industry? As all of the, are all the industries accepting this technology, or what's your experience?
To be honestly, in the early stage of the research, most factory itself did not believe the NIR would be effective. So that we have to how to say, to prove that NIR can be used in the routine work. And research collaboration with factory is a good thing, because we know the real problem from the factory and use them as research hypothesis. But in the past, I found that the use of NIR technique in many factories was unsuccessful, because the user didn't understand the principle of NIR and the determination of the sample needed to create the NIR equation. The challenge of using NIR in the food industry is to prove that it works, because most people are still biased and prefer to stick to the old method and don't want to change. Okay, for example, in the case of sugarcane payment, even they use the traditional analytical method, still has problem between farmer and factory in assessing sugarcane quality. Therefore, in the case of sugarcane, its factory must have a separate laboratory where government official can enter and supervise and evaluate sugarcane quality. So therefore, in order to promote the use of NIR in industry, it must be proven to be feasible by a national party that has no vested interest. There must be training on how to use it in order to ensure sustainable use. The situation of NIR in Thailand in food industry, many companies try to apply for the standard method to how to say, to confirm that NIR
As a quality, yeah.
Yeah. For feed, I know that feed factory and sugarcane factory, they try to apply that that standard ISO 17025, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Very good to learn. We are also trying to promote this this technology here in our country, and that's why we are I'm organizing this symposium. So anyway, we'll definitely take your help in promoting this in our country. So I think we do not have much time. We have another presentation.
Sir, I have one question.
Before
Madam,
that, just I wanted to
just
yeah, Dilip, please, a very short question. Yeah, please.
yes. It's a very nice presentation, ma'am. It was a very really informative presentation. So my question is that what is the opportunity for PhD and postdoc in your institution
Yeah.
from
So
India? Is there any possibility for getting the
so
research
if you are interested in
fellowship, something
apply
like that?
for master doctoral degree or postdoc at Kasetsart University, you can find more information about the application process at www.glad.ku.th. We usually offer scholarship for international students, both full and partial. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
okay. So I think we do not have much time. So we'll move on. Before we move on to the next speaker, and on behalf of the work organizers, we'll definitely will thank Dr. Pitiporn for sharing your experience. We'll be in touch with you so that we can make our symposium a great success.
Thank you very
And we
much.
expect to get a large contingent of contingent of scientists and professors and industry people from Thailand in this conference. So just before we move on to the next presenter, just let me give you show some slides about this our symposium that will be held in Kolkata during December 8 to 10, and it will be held in Vishnu Bangla Convention Center. That the photograph shows the convention center. It's a newly built convention center. All the facilities are here. We have some hotels also nearby the place. So the conference website is already there. It's www.ans2024.com. And from March 1, we'll accept the abstracts for the papers, and the registration also opens. And these are the dates, abstract acceptance, and so on and so forth. So 7th November is the last date for early bird registration. So this is the tentative schedule. We have the on Sunday we have the registration and lunch, and on 9th December, that's Monday, the conference will start, and it will continue for 2 days. And after that, those will be coming here. They can go to some places nearby. They can go to Himalayas, or they can go to Sundarban. There are very nice places near Kolkata. We'll definitely give you the routes. Yeah. So show the next slide. Yeah. So that's all about. Yeah. This is the convention center. You can see this is newly built, and there are many halls. So we have already booked one hall here. It's the capacity is 400 people, and all the facilities are available. And it's also very quite near to the airport. So we welcome the participants who are here to please come to this symposium and interact with the researchers here. Okay, thank you very much. So now we move on to the next presentation. Our presentation is from the industry, and it is from the from Si-Ware Systems. They have shown interest, and there are some announcements from this company also. Those who are attending this seminar, they can contact this company, and their spectrometers will be available at a reduced price within a very if they can book it within 29th of February. So we have here the speaker is Dr. Marcal Plants. Dr. Plants is a PhD in agri-food engineering and biotechnology with a master in statistics and data science, and bachelor in unit operations engineer for the food industries. His postdoctoral research for 3.5 years at the Ohio University, and he has worked with eminent scientists. He has worked for 14 years on molecular spectroscopy, applied chemometrics, data analytics, big data, machine learning and AI, lab and factory digitalization, instrument analysis, development and validation, statistics, and bioinformatics. And he will talk about the product of the Si-Ware Systems, that is Neospectra, and it's actually a handheld instrument, and that has revolutionized the portability of NIR systems. So with that small introduction about the speaker today, I request Dr. Marcal Plants to please start your presentation.
Right. Thank you so much. First, I would like to thank you, Professor Rahib, to inviting for this talk. We are really happy to be here. I'm Marcal. I'm the Global Application Director for Si-Ware. And today I'm going to talk about the FT-NIR Portable Revolution. I think that it links quite nicely with a previous talk from Professor Pitiporn. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit of what is Si-Ware, Si-Ware technology, the cloud-based technology, and some of the applications that we have. First of all, just a quick introduction of what is Si-Ware. Si-Ware was founded in 2004, is from in Cairo. Since 2004, we have grown quite a lot, and right now we are a global company around the world. We have presence in almost every single continent. We believe that we are an innovation company. We are trying to innovate in different areas. And a proof of that is that we have about 67 granted patents, more than 35 patent applications of patent pending. And yeah, here you can see some of the sites that we are present, some of the like our largest office around the world. I would like to talk a little bit about our innovation timeline to understand where are we coming from and where are we going. Basically, the company was founded in 2004, but not was until 2007 where we started to create some patents on the semiconductor area, working with MEMS. And then in 2009, we created the first Michelson interferometer in a chip. 2013, we created the first prototype, was a fiber optic prototype that allows us to start to explore what is the real life applications. 2018, we launched our OEMs sensors that were integrated to different instruments, third-party different instruments, as a sensor, as a near-infrared sensor. Not was until 2020 where we launched our full solution, which was a portable instrument where we had our MEMS system with a light source, battery operated, and all the components that integrates the connectivity. With this connectivity, we realized that we have to have, is a must-have, a certain way to communicate globally with a large amount of instruments and a large amount of accounts and data. That's why in 2022 we launched our cloud solution, which integrates all the needs that a portable system or a near-infrared system needs to handle data, to handle models, to handle everything that is needed for this in that case. We're going to talk a little bit more later about that. Finally, our timeline, the thing that we are focused today is high volume markets, where we believe that our technology, our MEMS system fits very nicely, like in the healthcare prepositions or in the automobile prepositions. In Si-Ware, we own all of the stack of the technology, and we are trying to have innovation in any single step. We own from the core technology, which is the MEMS system, the silicon-based chips, to the sensor itself, the OEMs, the integration of that to different types of instruments. And today we're going to talk about one of our commercial system, which is the Neospectra scanner. But also this is put together with all in the cloud, where we're going to see that having this cloud has allowed us to have a couple of breakthroughs that they are unique in the market and make as our company quite different of the more like traditional companies in this area. I'm going to start to talk about our core technology. We have our largest research on the company is done in the silicon chips, basically trying to innovate on this area. And the one that we have developed and we have put inside of our scanner is a full Michelson spectrophotometer that has been integrated to a small 10 by 10 millimeter chip, silicon-based chip. As you can see on the diagram, on the left we have the classical Michelson interferometer, where we have the moving mirror, we have the beam splitter, the fixed mirror, and the detector, and the same components we can find on the chip, where you can find these components carved on a silicon chip. The second part of the stack is the sensor itself. The sensor is basically the packaging of how we integrate these MEMS into the optical chip. And as you can see, it basically consists on a package that holds the detector, the silicon MEMS system, and a glass lid that covers and seals this chip. Depending on which kind of beam splitter, light, and detector we integrate to the system, we can work in two different areas. In one area, we can work with near-infrared. Basically, a near-infrared is our near-infrared is a full spectrum, or almost full spectrum near-infrared that covers between 1350 nanometers to 2500 nanometers. 2500 nanometers, sorry. And it has the capability, and we're going to see some examples of that, of do as any other near-infrared system to do regressions as regression classification, as Professor Pitiporn has already explained in another devices. Also, this technology allows us, if, as I said, changing the light source, the beam splitter, and the detector in the same size, chip size, we could do mid-infrared. This is out of the topic for today, but it's good to mention that this technology is quite flexible, and we can achieve this kind of two regions of the IR. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the integration, our full solution, which is the Neospectra scanner. As I said, the scanner is a full solution, is a power-operated instrument that has all of the connectivity to a mobile device, which we are the one that are used to operate the system, to take measurements, to retrieve backgrounds, and then with on this operating system or portable operating system, we are able to do predictions and check spectra and so on. The focus or the innovative space that we have on the Neospectra scanner is agriculture and food areas. We have things on the hair analysis, the skin sense, some of the healthcare innovation like in the urine analysis, and this is the last one is only on the mid-infrared. What we can achieve using a portable full near-infrared spectrophotometer is being placed in all the value chains on the food and feed industry. We can go from the field, we can use the instrument in the field, we can use the instrument in the entrance of the industry for a raw material reception, we can use it in process, and also we can use it analyzing finished goods. We also can integrate this technology in an inline sensor for inline analysis, and for sure we can use it as at-line analysis, like in a satellite lab or in the lab. Also, the good thing having this portability and connectivity is it can be used also in X factory. Finally, to the overview of our Si-Ware or Neospectra technology. Basically, we have the cloud. The cloud is the one that allows to manage data, to manage models, secure the accounts, give access, grant access to different users, and manage the privilege of them. Our system runs, as I said, it runs in portable devices that can be cell phones and tablets, and covers from iOS, iOS or Apple operating system to Android operating system. Also, I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago, we already are also covering the Microsoft, but then it is already in the on the Microsoft App Store. Okay, to see a little bit in deep what is our portal, our cloud. Our portal basically it manage the user devices, the life cycle of the model, life cycle of the data, the predictions, and also it had the certificate of privacy and security. But a couple of breakthroughs that happens when we were developing the portal is that the portal allows us to create business to business, the B2B marketplace for the developers or people or labs that knows a lot how to develop models, that are able to create and build models on our system and then commercialize them through the portal. That means that experts can develop models for specific materials. Right now we have more than 100 materials. And then these ones, these calibration or equations can be added in the portal, in the App Store, and the final user, people that might have the need to use near-infrared, but might not have the resources to have a chemistician or have a person that knows about developing models, can have access to these models. This is a kind of a breakthrough, a unique, is an open platform. That means that everybody that owns our technology can have access to that and can enjoy this B2B marketplace. The second one that we develop, and is another kind of a breakthrough in this area, is that we can hold other or can synchronize with a third-party NIR supplier like FOSS or Blossom, and we can use the same cloud, the same US-friendly cloud and data management cloud to connect to these instruments. The name of the commercial name is LabLake, and allows to utilize the current cloud solution that we have to agnostically connect to other suppliers. For sure, we are working on the cloud, and the cloud it's mandatory to have security. We have been certified with a couple of different certifications, at the ISO 27001 and the SOC 2, which prove the reliability, security of our cloud. Okay, now I'm gonna go over a little bit of 3 applications that I would like to show. We are working on NIR, is near-infrared. Then the near-infrared has been with us for the last 60 years. The only thing that we are doing differently is that we bring the instrument to where the sample is, and because we are working in a portable area. One of the things that also Si-Ware is innovative and great bringing to the market is all the different accessories. Sometimes when the people had in mind a portable system, has in mind that it's for solids and that's it. Well, our system is able to, with connecting different accessories, to handle liquids, to handle powders, to handle non-homogeneous samples in a very elegant way. And this time I have tried to put like one example of each one to see the overall performance. If you want to see a little bit more details on the current published applications, I would recommend you to go to our lab store. It's publicly open, and you can check all of the applications that we have right now. Another thing that we have, and this is the last accessory that we have built, is the Scanzilla. This is related to when you have a very, very high throughput lab, like you are analyzing 3,000, 4,000 samples per day, a single unit might not be enough to to accommodate all of this high demand analysis. That's why we created this Scanzilla. That basically the idea is to connect 6 instruments in a row, and then with different plates, different trays on the top. And for dry and ground samples, you can analyze every minute and a half, every 2 minutes, 6 samples. That means that one operator allows to collect several hundreds or thousands of spectra or samples and predictions per day. Okay, the first application I want to talk is using our rotating cap. This is for heterogeneous samples, and this is a quick experience that we have done with whole beans, and using these whole beans to create soybean meal. Basically, the idea is to try to predict the linoleic oleic content of the soybean meal, of the soybeans, sorry. And be able to, with this content, classify if it is a high oleic or low oleic soybean. Just to give, I'm not going to enter into details, but basically it is normal that when you ground the sample, when you do a certain pre-processing to the sample, you grind the sample, the model that you can obtain on a ground stage are quite better than the ones that you can obtain on the full kernel or the full soybean, the whole full soybean, sorry. But in some applications, there is no chance to do the grinding process. When you are in the reception of the material, for example, and you are doing oil extraction of these beans, you might have several number of hundreds of lorries or trucks arriving to the facility, which doesn't allow for the people in the entrance to do the grinding process. And then the application suits very well because allows in this kind of situation to discriminate, okay, this is high oleic, low oleic, and also more or less which content we have on the oleic and linoleic. The second application is using our power kit. Basically, was developed using cannabis and hemp. Basically, the idea is to analyze the cannabinol content, the major cannabinol contents for cannabis and hemp, basically THC and CBD, in total form and an acid and an acid form. And one of the things that, as you can realize here, Si-Ware, we believe, or we are kind of flexible to accommodate different needs for the development. For example, as you can see on the bottom, these equations were created basically using hierarchical models. We have on the back end, we have 3 PLS models that are running at the same time for each individual parameter. Then imagine how many PLS are running at the same time when you are doing a prediction. But if you focus, for example, in CBD total, we have 3 parameters that define this or predicts when we are requesting CBD prediction. One that is a global model, but basically define if you are in the high content of CBD or low content of CBD, and then equation that is in the low content of CBD, and then an equation that is in the high content of CBD. Then when the spectra arrive to be predicted, the global model predicts is high or low. And then if it is high, it's going to be predicted and shown to the final user using the high concentration regression. Or if it is low, it's going to use the low concentration regression to provide the prediction to the final user. This allows us to have a very narrow, a very small error when we are facing samples in the low end, like for example, from 0 to 3%, the error of CBD total is 0.16. But when we, which is an error needed in this kind of application, but then when we go to the higher concentration, like between 3 to 30%, then we have an error of 1.7. Moreover, this application or Si-Ware, using this our technology, you can have also calculated fields. Imagine that when you are working with, I don't know, a protein for a specific material, there is people that wants in the protein expressed in as is, or wants to be used as protein in a dry matter basis. Then our technology allows to create just one calibration, for example, in a dry matter basis. And then when the people request for as is basis, we can recalculate on the fly based on the prediction of moisture and the protein in that case to calculate in as is basis, although the model is predicting in dry matter basis. Okay. And this is the last application. Basically, is using our transreflectance kit to analyze liquids. Si-Ware or Neospectra, we have quite a lot of flexibility on which kind of optical path length you want to use. And we have path length between 0.25, 0.5, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 5 millimeters, which handles or give the opportunity for the researcher or people that is developing application using our system to modulate the signal that is arriving to the detector. For example, if you're working with milk, you will explore the 0.25 millimeters optical path length. Or if you are working with oils and you want to see like traces or low levels of tocopherols, for example, as an antioxidant in oils, you might use 2 or 5 millimeters to make sure that you have a lot of signal coming from the sample. This application basically was to monitor the esterification reaction using this accessory. Just a little bit of background about this reaction. This reaction takes place in 1.5 hours, and it is normally monitored by the acid and hydroxyl value. As you may know, the hydroxyl value analysis, it takes about 2 hours to complete. That means that using a regular chemist, wet chemistry is not feasible to control this reaction. The thing that we did was to create a model with acid value and hydroxyl value and use it in the factory floor, which is right beside or right underneath the 10 and 15 tons reaction vessel that is at 270 degrees to analyze the sample that is, analyze the sample or the reaction during the time. And this is a little bit of the results. As you can see on the top right, we have the plots of the hydroxyl value over the time. And the first one is the acid and the second one is the hydroxyl value. For this product, for example, we know that the reaction needs to be stopped at 220 units or milliequivalents of hydroxyl per gram, which means that if you stop the reaction before that, you are out of spec. But if you stop after that, you're also out of the spec. That's why this technology helps or show us that the portable NIR can be applied in this kind of situations in a very rough environment in that case, and avoid for these kind of factories to have out of spec for reaction. The TR or the reflectant is adding to the portfolio the measurement of liquids. We have a flexible optical path length. It shows us the robustness of the instrument working on the factory floor at 40-45 degrees C and 100% humidity. And the data is all the time connected to the cloud, although the system can work offline without needing to have connection. But when you have connection, all the data is synchronized and be able for the process optimization personnel or engineers, quality assurance, and so on. Finally, as Professor Rahid tell, we are running, and this is more in the commercial side, we are running a special offer, promotion on the scanner, and you can see on the screen, for $5,000 you have the scanner plus a lifelong academic research license. For $9,000 you have the scanner, and of course, the lifelong academic developer license, which includes the Eigenvector software to be able to create the models, the PLS or any kind of regression model that then it can be uploaded to our cloud. And yeah, if you have any questions, please contact on this site. Please contact Yang, which is our sales director for this area. Thank you so much. And if there is any questions, I would be happy to reply them.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I cannot hear you very well.
Yeah. So exciting applications.
Thank you.
At least, one or two you have mentioned. There are many more. I think the participants will go to your website and see what are the other application areas. And it's really wonderful that in the MEMS you have implemented this fully FT-NIR. That's otherwise, and that's why it has become portable. That's a wonderful achievement that you have done. Anyway, any questions from the participants with Dr. Marshall?
Hello,
Yeah.
Dr. Marcal. I have a question that suppose if anyone wants to work with your sensor, the MEMS sensor, which is your proprietary and patented technology, do you sell that also, or just the OEM machine, or the total thing together?
We sell both. We sell the OEM as a single sensor, and then you can build an instrument that or the embedded whatever you want, or we sell the scanner, the portable scanner, which is the full solution and has all of the battery operated, and then it has all of the cloud resources to operate and manage the data.
Okay.
Okay, if there are no questions, I think we can conclude the session. We are really delighted on this webinar. We had more than 50 participants that you could see here, and participants from all over India and others here. That I can see Dr. Nasaya. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, oh, I joined this. It was nice lectures, and I wanted to ask one question. Like,
Please.
if you want to have proximate analysis of some of the food matrices, will this be useful? That your handheld instrument or large throughput screening of feed or food materials or for feed stuff.
Dr. Marcel, could you listen to the question? Dr. Nasaya, will you please repeat the question?
Like
Please.
if you want to measure proximate analysis of food material or feed material, will this their handheld FT-NIR will be useful? Will it be giving for large throughput screening?
Yeah, if you want to analyze like the feed material, like animal feed,
Yes.
yeah, it's actually is the largest amount of application that we have. We enter to the market development on this sector, and we have we have the capability to on the lab already demonstrated on the lab on the lab store, that it can be used for animal feed. Like you can go on the field and you can analyze large volumes using, for example, point and shoot to reduce the sampling error. Then you don't need to take any sample from the field. You can go directly to the field and then analyze directly the animal feed without needed to sampling or having a large areas to sample. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Marcal, I have another question that whether you have this marketing presence in India, do you have any distributor or anything else in India, or you are trying to sell it directly here?
I think that is more, I think that Yang, our director of Asia, is here. It might be better better suitable for that. Yang,
Okay.
Koi, are you here? Maybe not. I know that we are working with distributors with some areas that we have not physically people there. We are working with distributors. I don't know if in India, I'm assuming that in India we have one, but I would rather, I think that in the presentation there is the Yang's or the director of the Asia email. I would rather to just send an email to him and he will give you all the details.
Okay. So it would be great to like connect, and hope to see you in Kolkata during December so that we can have further fruitful discussions.
Looking forward for
Thank you
that.
so much. Actually, we are from Jadavpur University, and we have formed a startup, and we are trying to do some NIR technology. So we are very much inspired to see your presentation. And
If you need any support,
thank you so much.
and anything that we can help, please contact us, and we'll be really happy to support.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are already in touch with Dr. Young. He is regularly interacting with me, so definitely get the connection that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other questions from any other participant? Yeah. Okay, then I think definitely there may be many questions. If there are any, I'll definitely forward this to Young. And you are welcome here in the ANS conference. If your product is very great. Yes, beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. What is the for the ANS 2024 conference? The publication
Yeah, this
will
is
be
yeah.
there will be
It will start from March.
so papers which are submitted will have any publication in any journal.
Yeah, we are exploring that. We have not finalized. We are talking with some journals, and definitely we'll announce that in our website. Please,
Okay, sir.
yeah, keep in touch with our website. You'll get the information.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, if there are no other questions, let me thank on behalf of the organizers, the participants who are present throughout this webinar, and particularly to our two speakers, Dr. Pitiporn and Dr. Marcal for presenting their ideas, their research, and the products. We have been got a good exposure to the applications that we can do here in India. And there were many scientists present. Let us see. We'll definitely move forward. Every month there will be a webinar. We'll announce the next webinar shortly. And I request all the participants who were there, please be with us and attend all the webinars. And we'd like to see all of you during the ANS in December. Okay then. Thank you very much. Let's discuss. Thank you, Dr. Marcal. Thank you, Dr. Pitiporn.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.